everyone, and welcome back. As always, I'm your girl, Candy Washington. And before we dive into today's Kiki, which we're going to do a couple of stories. We're going to talk about Peter Thomas being found not guilty in his assault charge situation. We're also going to talk about the beef going on between Mia Thornton and her husband Gordon, Wendy, and Peter Thomas. I have all the videos. We are going to get into it. We're also going to talk about Michael Darby suing Candace Dillard for $2 million. We're going to talk about the latest in the Juan and Robin Dixon cheating scandal. And then we're also going to get into, what is her name? Drew Sidora and her soon-to-be, thankfully, ex-husband, Ralph Piltman. Their divorce is already messy as hell, and it was literally just, put in the system yesterday, but it's already messy as hell. But we will be getting into it. Now, before we dive in, you know what to do. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend because a Kiki is always better with community. And check out our description box. Join our newsletter. It's free. You get free self-love and you get free self-care content. It's just a good vibe. You'll hear from me every, week or every 2 weeks or so. It's pretty cool, so be sure to join us. Shout out to Joanne. Hi, sweetie. Shout out to Foxy. What is up, Foxy? How are you doing? Shout out to Darren Hood. He says, hey, Candy. Hey, sweetheart. Shout out to all the Candy Canes. And as we go through, be sure to comment down below, share your thoughts, share your questions, say hi to each other, drop a candy cane, because we are about to have some fun. It's going to be good. All right. Now, let's dive in. So first up, we have the story about Peter Thomas. So he was accused of choking a woman at his restaurant. And the reason why I have Tammy on here, if you don't know Tammy, she's from Love and I think it's like Love and Hip Hop New York. She's like Waka Flocka's wife, and they have a child together. And the woman who was saying that Peter Thomas choked her was Tammy Rivera's cousin. Okay? So that's why I have a picture of Tammy on here. Now, let's go through it. This is from Love B. Scott. And it says, Cynthia Bailey's ex, Peter Thomas, found not guilty of assault for allegedly choking Tammy Rivera's niece at his restaurant. Okay? Cynthia Bailey's ex-husband, Peter Thomas, apparently doesn't always treat his customers like a king and a queen at his restaurants. Peter Thomas, a co-owner of Bar One in Harbor East, who's known for his appearances on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Side note, Peter is also very thirsty. He's been on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, The Real Housewives of Potomac. He's also been on Love and Marriage DC, amongst other things. But let's keep going. And former marriage to supermodel Cynthia Bailey, was found not guilty on Wednesday of drunkenly attacking a customer at the restaurant. The jury deliberated for less than 1 hour in the Baltimore Circuit Court before acquitting Thomas 62 of second-degree assault. We're very happy with the verdict, said Warren Brown, Thomas's attorney, outside the courtroom in the Elijah E. Cummings Courthouse in Baltimore. This man is 62, has led a stellar life, built a successful business, and I think the jury rendered the right verdict. Stellar life is questionable. Okay? The way he dogged the hell out of Cynthia, the financial stuff, but you know what? I'll give you stellar life because up until now, there has never been any accusation of any type of assault or violence or anything like that. So Peter will give you stellar life with that because a lot of the people out here, especially these Bravos people, have a lot of fraud, bankruptcies, loans, this, that, and the third. So I'm going to give you some grace, Peter. Okay. Now let's watch. I'll finish the article and then we'll watch the videos because I have the clips from what Peter said on his Instagram, okay? So on March 20th, 2022, Chanel Williams, 30, of Baltimore County testified that she went to Bar One on Lancaster Street near South Central Avenue with two friends. Listen, I'm not going anywhere called South Central. Anyway, let's just keep going. Thomas, she said, hugged her and appeared to be intoxicated. Later, Thomas went back to the booth in the VIP area, cursed her out for no apparent reason, and put a hand around her neck and squeezed for about 30 seconds, Williams testified. She later filed charges with the court commissioner. When the verdict was read, Williams quickly got up and left the courtroom. Meanwhile, Thomas testified in his own defense and described the allegations as, quote, ridiculous. He said he did not put his hand on her neck at any point. I'd be on every blog if that happened, Thomas testified. Williams was hysterical and caused a scene, he testified, because he'd blocked her friend's phone number. Thomas said he tried to ease her off, and Williams fell back into a lounge chair. Circuit Judge Charles H. Dorsey III presided over the trial and thanked the jurors for their service. Thomas left the courthouse without discussing the verdict. He later posted a video on Instagram reacting to his acquittal with caption, "Though I walk through the valley of death, I shall feel no evil. They keep coming for me," Thomas says, "but I tell them I'm protected." Okay, listen. Let's watch his Instagram videos, and then I'm going to bring something up that I wonder if you guys remember or not. And I wish I had thought of it because I wish I could find it. I'm going to see if I can find it, but let's watch, okay? Here we go.
Hey people, I just walked out of courthouse where this whole thing, this mess that's on it's all over the blogs, right? So I just walked out of the courthouse and the verdict came back 12 out of 12 jurors not guilty. Keep on coming for me, but I tell them that I'm protected. Okay? They're trying to come for me in all kind of ways, but I'm protected. All right? I know what it is. Now when I don't talk to y'all, because I think y'all on some BS, don't take it personal. Because it's stuff like this that makes me stronger. Okay? I'm protected. Have a good day.
Okay, and then he later posted this on his Instagram. Let's watch the second video.
There's all kind of articles coming out right now, accusing me of all type of stuff. These people will write so many different things. Now that I'm hearing that I'm paying for sex. That's crazy. I'm giving away money. That's crazy. I was found innocent. Thank God. All 12 jurors came back with an innocent thing. And now I got to move on.
All right, you guys, that was Peter. But what I was looking up while we were watching the video is, do you guys remember when Peter was accused of cheating on Cynthia Bailey at one of his clubs? And I believe this was from the Shade Room and things like that. And it was circulating a picture of him with his hand wrapped around the throat of the woman that he was cheating with. Do you guys remember this? Now, he's been found not guilty. So we're going to honor that not guilty verdict. Whether or not guilty means you didn't do it, or not guilty means we don't have enough evidence to confirm that you did it, right? Because we have to remember, not guilty doesn't mean innocent. Not guilty means there wasn't either enough evidence to provide without a reasonable doubt, or there wasn't just enough, not enough evidence, or like the law wasn't there, right? Now, I'm not saying Peter did do this. I'm not saying he didn't do it. I'm just saying he was found not guilty. Maybe he was drunk and something happened. Maybe he was drunk and, like sometimes when people are drunk and they don't realize how aggressive they're being. To me, I just always believe the victim. I could be wrong, obviously, but I found it. Okay, remember back in the day when Cynthia was married to him and this came out that he was allegedly cheating on her? Just hearing the story about what the woman said that he did to her, Chanel Williams, who was the alleged victim, he's been found not guilty, said that he was drunk and that he put his hand around her throat for 30 seconds. Now, again, this is a different woman. Clearly, whatever happened between him and this woman seems to be more consensual. But it just reminded me of that same exact scenario of seeing Peter with his hand around a woman's throat. Maybe it was his way of flirting. Maybe he didn't think it was aggressive. I just find it a little hard to believe that this woman just made it up and lied. Maybe I'm being naive. Also, a reason why you're found not guilty is because the charge against you might be more extreme than what the actual act was. Like second-degree assault. Again, I'm not a lawyer, I don't know, but that just seems really harsh. Like maybe a hand around a throat wouldn't be second degree, maybe it's third degree, maybe it's, I don't know what it is. But I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below. What do you think about the fact that there was allegations in the first place that he was putting, his hands inappropriately on a woman in bar one? What do you think about, do you think it's just a coincidence that this woman, Chanel Williams, happens to be the cousin, like we said, of Tammy Rivera, who is Waka Flocka's wife? She's on Love and Marriage. I believe Love and Hip Hop New York and all of that. What are the chances that this woman is related to another reality star, And then also, what do you think about, a little too close for comfort? The allegations against him, we've already seen images of him do this same exact physical act on another woman, So I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below. But again, he was found not guilty. And what did you think about his response? Saying he's protected and crying and they keep coming at me, this, that, and the third. Put it down below. I want to know what you guys think. And then stick around, my candy canes, because we got a lot more stories coming up. So before you do that, you know what to do. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend because a kiki is always better with community. And check out our description box down below and join our newsletter. It is free, and you get some really cool stuff going on down there. So be sure to do that. So with that, you guys, let's move on to our second story. This story, and we got a lot of videos on this one because the grandpas are fighting